has left me. I know I'll never see her again. Now baby, she has left me. Oh yeah. I'm in so much pain. That's right. Try to get me another baby before I go completely insane. Oh yeah, completely insane. That's right. Hey there fellow guitar players, welcome to Master Guitar Fret. My name is Jörg. In this lesson I will show you how to apply rhythm and lead licks during a 12-bar blues. Now this concept can be applied to other genres as well, but it's particularly great for blues. Okay, so imagine you are the lead guitar player, or you're a second guitar in a band, and the other guitarist lays down a solid rhythm, and you don't want to play the same, so you can take the opportunities to, if there's space available, that you throw in a lick or a nice chord sequence, arpeggios, and so forth, to make the tune very interesting. You should do that when the singer takes a pause, and if you do while the singer is singing, your playing has to be very subtle and your volume needs to be low so you're not drowning out the singer. As always, resources for these lessons are in my description, so check it out. I have a playable guitar tab that you can download for free on my Patreon page, so follow the link there as well. Okay, everything is for free. I will do this lesson in two parts, meaning two separate YouTube videos. I don't want to overwhelm you, and the video would be too long anyway. You just heard me play the first 12 bars, and I will break that down in a moment. In video 2, link is right up here, I will do another 12 bars with more complex fills and licks. Whatever I'm doing today, remember you can apply it to your playing any way you see fit. These are just ideas, right? You can throw it in anywhere you want. You don't have to follow my sequence, okay? You have to be spontaneous when you play the blues anyway. So they're just ideas. However, certain licks and certain chords can only be played over the 1 chord, over the 4 chord, or over the 5 chord. And I will identify that while I'm breaking down the licks. If you get something out of my lessons, then please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notification when new stuff goes up. That will help me tremendously, and I thank you for it. You've probably all heard of the cage system. In this lesson, we're actually going to use the cage system. We're using different chordings all over the neck so that we don't interfere with what the rhythm guitar is playing. And if you hang tight to the end of the video, I will show you a neat trick how you can remember where these particular chord shapes are on the neck. Okay? Alright, so let's go check out that first section and I'll break down the licks. Lick 1 is obviously over the A7 chord. The blues is in A7. Then D9. And then E9, D9, A7. Okay? So the first part is over the A7 part. So probably the one guitar would play that, maybe. And then the second guitar would play this, down on the 10th fret. And that's the cage system. Okay? We're actually playing the C shape, right up here. We move it down to the 10th fret. And it becomes an A. Then we're adding the pinky on the G string, and it's an A7. And then we go to, and this is pretty cool because that's also A7. Okay, so this is the A7 C shape. So if we would make a bar here and then play the C shape, that would be the A chord. Right, so that's the cage system. So these C shapes, you can play them all over the neck. And you will see that down the road. So A7, C shape. And then we play a D7 shape. You probably know the D7 from up here. D, D7. Take the whole thing, move it here, and it becomes an A7. So that's cool. Now we're playing the chords on different places on the neck, and it will sound very different. So the first section goes like this. We're going from the flat A7 and just slide into the A7. A little slide. And then we go to D9. D4, A5, and then the remainder bottom 3 strings you fret with your ring finger. That's a D9. Very cool, bluesy, jazzy chord. And then we go. Okay, so lick 2, D9, and then we'll do this little slide. Okay, so we're on the G5 and the E5, and we pick, hybrid pick. So with the pick, I'm picking the G string with my ring finger, or any free finger that you can use, whatever feels comfortable for you, you pick the E string. Okay, so we slide and slide right back. Okay, so that's lick 2. So far we had this. Alright, so that's not hard, right? Okay, so lick 3, we go back to that C shape. We let it ring out, and then we go. We're using middle finger, ring finger. Middle finger is on the D string. The ring finger is on the B string. And we're going from 5, we slide from 5 to 7. And then right back. And then we slightly change. We put the index finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And the middle finger is on the 4th fret, D. So. And then back to the original shape. So 2nd fret D and 2nd fret B. You can actually sort of slide in from anywhere. I mentioned from here, but you can kind of just, from anywhere. Just make sure that you stop on the 9th. And then here you can do a little bit of a vibrato if you can. If you have a whammy, you can maybe do a little bit of that. Okay, so that is lick 3. Lick 4 goes like this. Okay, so we do this again. D9. We already did that in lick 2, but now we do it twice. Okay, let it ring, and then we go. Basically, all 3 strings, the bottom 3 strings, G, B, and E, on the 17th fret, and we go. Why does that work? Well, down here, that's a D9, down. That's an octave of the D9. So all we do is we just pick the 3 notes here, and we just kind of, and then slide up the neck. So it takes a little bit of practice, but try that. Okay. Lick 5, we're back into A7. So. And we'll use that C shape chord again on the 10th fret, which is A7. Okay. We'll strum it twice. And then we'll mute. And then we'll do the slide again with the D7 shape here, but it's also an A7, just to confuse you. Okay, and then comes the first lick. So bar E and B5, and then with your ring finger and pinky, the D7 and G7. A little vibrato if you can on the G5 with your index finger. And then we'll do a little hammer on here. Actually 6. Okay, and the hammer on is here on the D, 5 to 7. And then we'll kind of transition into the E9 chord, okay? A5, A6, A7, and then we go into the next section. So I'll play that one more time. So. Okay, so that's the one that's a little bit complex, but it's manageable. And that's a common lick that a lot of people use in blues. So lick 6, so we just transitioned, and we go to E9, which is basically the D9 shape down 2 frets, okay? So index finger would be on the D string on the 6th fret. And then we'll do that same slide as we did with the D9. Okay, and that's all there is to it. So that hybrid picking. So lick 7, back to D9. And then we'll do that same lick. Okay, we'll do that same lick as we just did. Okay, so maybe I'll play that whole section there. Lick 8 is when the tune goes back into, where the song goes back into A7. And for that we're going to do so you pick both the B and E string, 5th fret, and then a full bend on G7 with a vibrato. E5, then a pull off from B8 to B5, and then G7 and G5 and a vibrato. Then again a full bend on G7, full bend on G7, then bar both the E and B string on the 5th fret, go B, E, B, and then a full bend on B8. And then a series of pull-offs here on A5 to A7. About 5, I think I count 5. Okay, so that would be the first part of that lead. Here's a quick teaser of part 2 where we will break down more complex fills and licks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Can't let this ever happen again. Oh no. My new baby will fill my heart with sunshine. Oh yeah, that's right. You bet.
Alright, you've been very patient, so I'm going to quickly show you how you can remember the chords, these chord shapes all over the neck. So the cage system basically is the C chord, open C chord, the A chord, the D chord, the E chord, and the D chord. And these chords can be transferred anywhere on the neck. Okay, I will show you that in a second. If you know A bar chords, for example, and E bar chords, which are bar chords where you use the E shape or the A shape from the open chords, then you already know too. In today's lesson in A, we used some C shapes and some D shapes and made different sounds from the regular guitar that plays maybe an open chord or a normal progression. So in A, the open A, if we move down 3 frets and we play an E shape, barred, we have an A as well, right? So there's A, there is an A here. Now if we move down 2 frets and we play a D shape, that's an A as well. From there, adjacent is the C chord. So if we play C here, that's also an A. I usually play that as a 7. I use this a lot. Okay, so that's A as well. And we use that today quite a bit. And then from there, adjacent is the A again. I didn't show you the G chord, which is part of that cage system, just simply because it's really hard to actually finger that. Right? It's a big stretch. Now, some people with long fingers might use it a lot, but I don't. Okay? But where is it? It's very simple. So G chord is right here. The A-shaped bar chord is on the 3rd fret. Right? So the G chord is right here. So if we're in A, the G-shaped A would be right here. But the middle strings don't make any sense, right? Because we're not barring, right? So I don't use that a lot, other than maybe just picking the bottom 2 notes or the top 2. That's maybe a way you could use it, but I don't use it a lot. I use the A, the E, the D, and the C quite a bit. So let's see if we can apply this system to the C chord. So I'm going to play the open C, right? And we said adjacent to that is the A. Right there, right? Adjacent. And we said after the A, 3 frets down is the C. E chord. Right there. And then we said that 2 frets down from the E is the D. And then we said adjacent to that is the C. There we go, there's the octave. So try that out. If you can remember these distances, then if you play along with a group of people and you want to play a different C, then just remember where that is and throw in these notes. And it makes a little bit of a difference. Well, I hope I didn't create too much homework for you, but I do appreciate you stopping by at Master Guitar Fret. Until next time, I will see you. Take care.